Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. I'm so excited today because my new catalog order came. This is part 2 of my unboxing for the Stampin' Up! 2022 to 2023 annual catalog. The first part was my pre-order, and I shared with you the stamps and the paper and the embellishments and ribbon, all the things that I was able to pre-order. And now that the new catalog has launched, I was able to order everything from the catalog. And I didn't order everything, but I did order all the new designer paper and ribbon and embellishments for part of my product share. So I wanted to give you a sneak peek today of all of the new stuff that's going to be included. So today's video is only going to show you the new stuff that we couldn't get during pre-order. If you haven't seen the other unboxing video, check out the link in the iCard above or in the video description so you can check out all the other stuff. So today's video is just the new stuff, but all the new paper, whether it was in pre-order or shown in this video, is included in my annual catalog product share. It's not too late to sign up if you'd like to get a sample of everything new in the catalog. This includes designer paper, ribbon, embellishments, and then I also have an in-color share, which includes designer paper, ribbon, embellishments, and cardstock for the brand new 2022 to 2024 in colors. You can check out all the information and save your spot at tinyurl.com/2022 product shares. And I have a special add-on offer. If you're interested in adding on to your product share, you can get the Simply Fabulous stamp set at a discount. I'm really excited to use this stamp set, and we'll be sharing some cards with it during Thursday night stamp therapy tonight. So be sure to tune in and see some fun projects with Simply Fabulous. Well, let's get right to it. I know you guys are so excited. And now that the catalog has launched, I can open up the catalog. I'm so excited. I am showing you pages of the 2022 to 2023 Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. I'm starting on page 130 to share with you some of the designer papers. So this is where we're going to start. I have a whole stack next to me. And so I'm going to try not to knock things over. Let's start right at the top with the Abigail Rose designer paper. Most of these papers are 12 by 12, and for this video, I have left them 12 by 12. I've already opened them up and staggered them so you can see these are double-sided paper. So I'm showing you both the front and the back. You get 2 sheets each of the double-sided paper. And this paper is so gorgeous. It is, look at that, ooh. Oh my gosh. It is just so shabby chic with the colors. We've got early espresso, crumb cake, looks like some petal pink, white, and smoky slate. Oh my goodness. This is part of a suite, so there is a matching stamp set and dies. I'll share that in another video. Today's video is just focusing on the designer paper. Oh my gosh, I think this one might be my favorite pattern. I love the way those flowers pop. And of course, if you wanted to, you could customize this designer paper by coloring these black and white images, or, you know, adding color here. I could see some sponging. Oh my god, so beautiful. I know this one is a particular favorite of my mom's. The next one is definitely one of my favorites. This one's called A Wash in Beauty, and I love the bold colors here and the watercolor images. Again, I'm showing you both sides at the same time. I've already opened up the packages. Oh my gosh, I love this one. We can just like die cut or fussy cut those flowers. I love how they're colored. Oh my gosh, that one's bright. Here's one that coordinates with dies, so you'll be able to die cut the images right from the designer paper. I love how easy that is. Some nice brush stroke and watercolor background images here. These are all hand painted by Stampin' Up! Artists and then digitized to make the designer paper. Oh, look at that one with the colors. Mossy Meadow, Rich Raspberry. We got a lot of colors going on here. Crushed Curry, Blushing Bride, Pear Pizzazz Pool Party. What is that? Pink Melon Mambo. Oh my goodness. This paper is so gorgeous. Make sure you're giving me a thumbs up or a heart. Leave a comment when you see something that you just love. I want to know what you're excited about so I can show you more of that. So that's A Wash in Beauty. That's what that one's called. Next up, ooh, excuse me. Next up is Butterfly Kisses. Now this is a 6x6 paper, so you get 12 different patterns, and you get 4 of each sheet. So I right now just have the 12 out, and then I'm going to flip them over in a second. So we've got some really pretty colors. Starry Sky is a new dark blue. It's one of the in colors. And we also have the Parakeet Party, which is the bright green. Fresh Freesia is last year's in colors. And then we've got it Calypso Coral and Crushed Curry, the yellow, to go with it. I think these colors are just so fresh and so fun. I love the whimsical butterfly. So this is called Butterfly Kisses. There is a coordinating stamp set and die set that has butterflies, and this just makes me think of little girls. Like, I love the color combination. I could just see like a whole bedroom in these patterns and colors. Well, yesterday I did a little mystery stamp and share with my team, and this is the card that I made. I was so excited to use some new products. So I actually fussy cut from the designer paper. I just cut out with scissors a butterfly from this paper because I don't have the bundle yet. I think it's coming maybe in another order. But I just thought it was so fun. I love these colors together. So again, Starry Sky, Calypso Coral, Fresh Freesia, and Crushed Curry. This is the only card I'm going to show you today in this video. It's the only one that I got done with the brand new stuff, but this was last night. We have so much fun. I have to tell you really quick about this awesome special. We have so much fun as a team. We do this every month where we do a stamp and share and get on Zoom and do a show and tell and a mystery stamping. And if you've ever thought about joining as a demonstrator, we have this amazing offer going on right now in May 2022. You can get free in-color products when you join Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator. So you can get the $99 starter kit, choose $125 in product, anything you want from the new catalog. And on top of that, Stampin' Up! Will send you a package of the new in-color ink pads, assorted cardstock, designer paper, and some in-color grid paper. Oh my gosh! How exciting is that? Altogether, it's a $66.50 value. So if you've been thinking about joining or rejoining the Stampin' Up! Family, this is an awesome opportunity to build your in-color collection while getting brand new stuff from the new catalog. So you can go to tinyurl.com/SU starter kit to join under me, Julie Davison, or I'll have a link in the video description that includes more information answering all of your questions about what it's like to be a demonstrator. Okay, that was my little ad. We had so much fun last night during the team thing, and I would love for you to join us for our next time. Okay, that was Butterfly Kisses. Our next designer paper is the Happy Forest Friends. Oh my gosh, this one is so fun. This reminds me of a storybook. So this is a suite. It has coordinating stamps and dies. Look at this one. I'm so glad I'm showing you the 12 by 12 today so you can see the big picture of this, because when you cut this down into 6 by 6 or even 4 by 6, you're going to have much smaller pieces with each different scenes. So I think that is just so clever and so fun. Again, this is double-sided paper, so I'm showing you both sides at the same time with this paper pack. Love the colors here. Calypso Coral is one of my favorite colors, and I'm seeing a lot in designer paper. It's that sort of soft red coral color. So pretty. So saffron, pear pizzazz, old olive, Sahara sand. That's the trees. That's one of my favorite neutrals. So here's another one where you're going to get kind of a different piece with the 6 by 6 in the paper share. So you might get a corner that has the forest floor, or you might get the top of the trees. Oh my goodness. So many great patterns that are neutral and could go with so many other stamp sets. That's what I love about Stampin' Up! Designer paper, is even if you are not a fan of the storybook characters, there are plenty of sides of the designer paper that are so neutral and can go with so many different things that you don't have to make forest friend cards. You can make, look at this one. I love that with the plus signs, smoky slate and basic gray. And then there's our forest friends. You can cut those out and use them in a card or just have them as a background. Oh my gosh, what do you think of this one? Isn't it fun? It makes me want to get out all of my kids' old like picture books and read some stories. Some of my favorite times with them when they were younger was reading every night before bed, and we would always have them pick out books. And one of my favorite was there was a bear series. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember the name of it. I can picture the bear, and it reminds me of that that designer paper. Well, I'll have to look it up so I can show you next time. Or better yet, I'll just bring one down and I will show you the books I'm talking about. Okay, so next up is He's the Man and Hues of Happiness. I showed you both of those already in the other unboxing video, so I'm not going to show you them again. We're going to skip over to Lovely in Linen, and this one is really fun. Again, I just love the rich colors that Stampin' Up! Is using in these cards. So each of these patterns has sort of a like linen texture to it. Can you kind of see that? I think it's fun to have this like this texture without texture. Like, isn't it? It's kind of fun to do that. Now, I'm looking at this designer paper and realizing that this probably coordinates with the new Quattro foil embossing folder, which I didn't order. I almost did. I almost put it at my order. And I was like, no, I'll wait and get that next time. I didn't realize, but I'm pretty sure that you're going to be able to just stick the embossing folder or the designer paper right in the embossing folder, and it's going to match up to these designs. So look for that Quattro foil embossing folder. I'll show you here in a second when we get done with this designer paper where to find that in the catalog. These colors are so fantastic. Night of Navy, it looks like the new Sweet Sorbet, Soft Succulent, Evening Evergreen, Pale Papaya, that's a beautiful light orange there. Oh my gosh, I just love these. So I think I said these are, I'm showing you both patterns at the same time. These are double-sided, 12 by 12. This one might coordinate with that embossing folder too. I feel like the spacing is such that maybe that embossing folder is going to coordinate with many of these. All right, what do you think of this one? This is one that I think when I saw it in the catalog, I didn't necessarily think, oh, I'm gonna love that one. But now that I see it in person, now I'm really thinking that I love these colors. Do you feel like that? I feel like that a lot with the designer paper, that like the catalog just doesn't do it justice. And then once you see it in person, or you know, you get to see the close-up patterns, then it just makes so much more sense, and then you just fall in love with it so much more. So that's why the product share is so great, because you can get a little bit of everything without having to buy all the packages yourself. Okay, I'm coming back here to the embossing folder so I can show you. So right here, the Quattro foil tile embossing folder, that's the one I'm thinking is going to coordinate with this. And now that I'm looking at it, it looks like maybe it's not exactly the same size. I'll have to try that out and see. I'm going to get that on my next order, the Quattro foil tile embossing folder, and we'll see how those match up. I'm thinking they've got to match up a little bit. Okay, moving back to our designer paper, I already showed you the perfectly penciled and the pretty prints. All four of those were in the pre-order, so we've seen those already. I'm going to keep going. Sun Prints was also in the pre-order, as well as Tea Boutique. But the next paper I have to show you is the Texture Chic paper. And oh my goodness, this was definitely one in the catalog. I was like, okay, I don't know. Like, it seems kind of dirty, because it's sort of meant to be distressed. But what I couldn't tell in the designer paper that you can see in person is how amazing this gold foil specialty paper is in making all of those distressed images just like so elegant and beautiful. So again, I'm showing you both sides here at the same time. So we've got gold foil on one side. These colors are so amazing together too. Soft Succulent, Early Espresso. What do we have in here? Petal Pink. Yeah, Mango Melody. I never would have put Mango Melody with some of these colors, but I just love that, like that pop of almost like a rusty color. Look at that one. Oh my goodness. This almost looks like flowers, so florally. Oh, Evening Evergreen with the gold foil. This paper is so beautiful and so elegant. Look at this one, the snowflakes. I'm gonna have to show you in the catalog really quick the stamp set that goes with this one, because it's really kind of fun. It has snowflakes and leaves and flowers, and I think a seashell in it too. Oh, this one, I think this one's my favorite. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my goodness, just so beautiful. Okay, I really didn't think that I was gonna like this paper as much as I do. Oh, it's so amazing to me how you can have papers that are just so different. Like this one looks like a fun princess party, doesn't it? With the petal pink and the gold dots. And then you have paper right next to it that is like so masculine. Like the juxtaposition of those patterns and those papers together is just so remarkable. Here's one with the seashells, and it looks like some driftwood. Oh my gosh! I really do love this paper. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. This one's called Texture Chic. It is a specialty paper. It comes in 12 by 12 for $15. And I'm going to show you this this suite really quick. I wasn't planning to really talk about stamp sets today, but I just have to show you this awesome stamp set because I think it helps to give you a bigger picture of like how all of these work and coordinate together. So you really have so many different options here. The flowers and the seashells and the leaves and the snowflakes. Just so beautiful. And look at all the amazing sentiments in that. Oh my gosh. This one is coming on our order today. And part of this suite is this specialty papers. I'm going to show you that really quick too, because it does coordinate so beautifully with the Texture Chic paper. This one is called Distressed Gold. There are two 12 by 12 sheets, and they are single-sided, so the other side is white. They're about the same weight as the designer paper, so not very flimsy. I think, you know, they have a nice weight to them. And you can see we've got this sort of distressed. It's not gold foil, but we have this. It is definitely got like a shiny finish, but it also is very distressed. I guess that's the perfect word. Distressed gold. Okay, so that's distressed gold. And then the Texture Chic designer paper, and that's all part of the Texture Chic suite. That's on page 98 and 99 in the new Stampin' Up! Catalog. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to play some more with that one. Well, let's get back to the back. We were showing designer paper and we're going to get into some of the embellishments and stuff. Well, the next one that you see here is actually not it's not a designer paper that you can buy. This is part of our host reward program. So when you have an order that's over $150 or you host a party that's over $150, you will get host rewards or Stampin' Rewards as they call them here. Okay. So if you have an order that's over $150, you get 10% of that party total in Stampin' Rewards. Now I got a question from someone last week or a couple days ago. I don't know, everything is floated together. Can demonstrators get Stampin' Rewards on their own orders? And the answer is yes. So demonstrators can get Stampin' Rewards on orders that are over $150, which is super exciting. So if you join as a demonstrator, not only do you get your discount, but you also can still earn host rewards or Stampin' Rewards on your orders. Now, the things on this page are host exclusive gifts. And the deal with the host exclusive gifts is that they're only available to hosts or demonstrators, anyone placing an order over $150. They're only available to choose with the Stampin' Rewards. And these host exclusive gifts are priced at a special value, especially for hosts or, you know, people placing large orders. So for example, this designer paper I'm going to show you, the Design a Daydream. It's a 12 by 12 designer paper, and it's actually a double pack. So you're going to get 4 sheets. So this is interesting. The description here says 12 sheets, 2 each of 6 double-sided designs. But that is not true. Here's the actual package. And yes, it has 48 sheets. Okay, so this is a typo. It says 12 sheets, but you really get 48 sheets. So you're getting 4 each of 12 double-sided patterns in 12 by 12. Okay, this paper is so amazing. Okay, so normally, this is what I was starting to say. Normally, you would get this for $30. That would be the price on this giant pack of designer paper. But with your Stampin' Rewards, there's a special price of $18. So all of these host items have a value, which would be the normal price if it was available for sale. And then they have the host price, or the price that you can get with Stampin' Rewards. Okay, so these are available to anyone who places an order that's over $150. You would just add these in your Stampin' Rewards section of your order. So in the online store, Once you reach $150, when you go to a product page, you'll have the option to either claim rewards or add to cart. So you can choose what you want to spend your Stampin' Rewards on. And if you want, you can choose these host items, or you can choose any product in the catalog. So if none of these, strike your fancy, if you don't like them, you don't have to get them with host rewards. You can get anything that you want with the Stampin' Rewards. I think the one exception is prepaid paper pumpkin. I don't think you can get the prepaid paper pumpkin subscriptions with host rewards, but everything else you can get with the Stampin' Rewards. So here are the other stamp sets that you can get with the Stampin' Rewards: Garden Grandeur, Sit, Stay, and Relax, and Begin with a Dream. So all three of these stamp sets are only available with Stampin' Rewards when you have an order or a party that's over $150, and that does include demonstrators. Let me give you a close-up of this designer paper pack. It is really something special. It is so beautiful with the different colors. We've got Blackberry Bliss, So Saffron, Petal Pink, Pear Pizzazz. This is a double-sided paper design, and you do get 12 different double-sided designs. So I'm going to show you one side, and then I'm going to flip them over. We just have some fun sets. This one is got kites on it. I love the colors and the designs. And this is a paper that you're really going to be able to use with so many different stamp sets. There's some bicycles. So this doesn't necessarily go with, quote unquote, go with a particular stamp set. There may be stamp sets that do coordinate really well. Like this one actually looks like it goes with that Garden Grandeur. But you're going to be able to mix and match these with any stamp set. Let's flip them over and show you the other side. We've got more amazing patterns in these pinks and purples and blues. Oh, I love that one. Stripes. Oh my gosh, I just love it. So we have 24 different designs. There's birds on that one. 24 different designs, 12 different double-sided sheets, but then you get 4 of each sheet. So this is a massive package of paper that is likely going to take you a really long time to get through. Okay, so all of that is on page 179, but I think that they're showing these stamp sets kind of throughout the catalog. So you may see it, you might see it in the catalog like this one down here. But you can see when it says host reward, that's what that means. This is only available when you have a party that is, or an order that's over $150. So if you try to just put in the item number and it doesn't work, that's why for this one. It is just special for larger orders or hosting a party. So if you're interested in hosting a party, maybe a virtual party, I would love to do that with you. So let's talk about details. I've done some virtual parties on Zoom and on Facebook. If you live in Central Illinois, we could potentially do an in-person party. I had to reschedule one I had planned for last week because Anna got COVID. So it's a little crazy right now. I feel like I'm hearing so many people who are testing positive for COVID. So maybe a virtual party is the way to go, even if you do live close to me. So let me know if you're interested in doing that. Let's move on. I want to show you some other things. I didn't order these quite yet, but we've got some new memories and more cards and memories and more cards and envelopes. If you're a fan of those, you'll definitely like these. I didn't get to order these, but we do have some new craft note cards and envelopes, and they come with 20 in a package, and then there is a box that comes with it that you can assemble and put together. So this is really fun if you want to put together a set of note cards to give as a gift. Now we also do have the white and the vanilla still. So the white and the vanilla are 20 cards and envelopes for $7. The craft note cards are 20 cards and envelopes plus the box for $10. So that's the difference between those two. Moving on, we have some specialty paper. In the other unboxing video, I showed you the glimmer paper, the brush stroke paper. I just showed you the distressed gold paper. Well, the other one that's included in the product share is going to be this rose gold specialty paper. And just like, sorry, that was loud. Just like the silver foil paper that we had in the mini catalog, this one has rose gold three ways. So we have sort of a matte rose gold foil, we have a shiny rose gold foil, and then we have this like holographic rose gold foil. These are 12 by 12 sheets. You get 2 of each kind inside the package. So there's 6 total 12 by 12 sheets in this package of specialty paper, and in the product share you'll get 6 by 6 pieces of all the new designer paper. So you'll get a 6 by 6 piece of each one of those, as well as the other items. I think that the glimmer paper I've actually included in the in color product share. Moving right along, we have some new packaging, and I debated about including these in the product share, and ultimately I decided not to, because I knew sometimes that things were packaged like this. And so sometimes it's hard to include these off-size pieces in the product share. So this year's product share did not include any of the new packaging, but I did want to show you what those look like. So this is the Delicate Details treat boxes, and it comes in a 12 by 12 package with everything scored and ready to go. There's even adhesive strips on these boxes, so I didn't have to do anything except assemble to put this together. So I just wanted to show you what that looks like as a finished box. So beautiful and elegant. Before you assemble, if you wanted to, you could use some spritzer, or you could do something to stamp or color and decorate that if you didn't want it to be white. Obviously a lot harder to do after it's put together, but I kind of wanted to give you an idea about size, and so I'm bringing in a new punch. I love this decorative circle punch, but you can see that it is about the size of a punch, a little bit wider here at the bottom, but if you have a punch at home like this, that'll give you kind of an idea of how big these sizes are. So this Delicate Details treat box does have these punched out circles, so you can line those up and you can tie some ribbon through there. It looks like there's a sample on page 28 that is finished and decorated, so let's just jump over there and show you that really quick. This is 28, and so here they have, it looks like maybe a piece of cardstock behind the lace die cut to make that white really pop. So really beautiful there with the poppy dies. I love that. Okay, so that is the Delicate Details treat box. It does kind of have that little almost purse shape, like a trapezoid, and they do come flat like this with adhesive already on them. That's just so brilliant. I love that. Okay, some other new packaging down here at the bottom. These were actually a lot smaller than I thought they were going to be. This is the Peekaboo treat bags, and from the look of it in the catalog, I don't know, I was just envisioning like granola that I buy at the grocery store, you know, but this is a lot smaller than that. Now the Peekaboo treat bags include 10 bags. You get 5 white and 5 of the craft. But look at this size. I put some nuts in there so you could see, which I think it's a good size for a treat. But again, comparing it to a punch, it is about the same size as the punch. Bringing back in my card sample, as another just sort of idea of size, it's a little bit less wide than a regular card, which is, this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it is about the size of a card, to give you an idea of what the sizing is on this. And it does have a little gusset here at the bottom with the Peekaboo window. So you can decorate the top, you can decorate the bottom. It is food safe, so it has like a coating, and it has a Ziploc finish there. So this comes with 10, 5 white and 5 craft, and there's a finished sample. Let's take a look really quick on page 19 to see what these look like. Oops, that's 20. Oop, there's 19. So on this sample, they have stamped before they put the things in and then added some ribbon and a tag. So some really easy ways to dress that up and make that look fun. So you can put anything in there, some candies, some nuts, or maybe even like a baked treat or something. Let's get back to the back of the catalog where we were. We have one last treat box. Or I guess this one's more of a bag. This is the Embossed Treat Bag. It comes in a package like this with 10 bags. And again, I think this was a little bit smaller than I was expecting as well. They always have sizes in the catalog, but I don't know why. Like, it doesn't process with me, you know, what size they are. So I'm going to show you, here's a finished card, and the card will fit in there. I think it would be awkward with the with the folds in here to have a set of cards in here, but it is a little bit larger than a regular standard size card. So just to give you an idea, and then this way it looks to be about 1.5 inches. So this is going to be for small gifts. It's not really big, but just kind of a fun way to dress up and package up your gift. So let's take a look at a finished project here on page 55. And they actually have it flat here, but they use the Stampin' Spritzer with some color in it to color and spray the bag to make it looks like pale papaya instead of white. Oh my gosh, look at this pig. I love this this is the This Birthday Pig stamp set. So cute. If you remember, we had one called This Little Piggy, and so this is a sequel of that stamp set, and I love these pigs. They're just so cute, so I can't wait to get that one. But let's get back to our packaging. I think we actually made it through the packaging, and so we're ready to go on to the embellishments. So let's take a look at some new embellishments. Now again, I have shown you some of the new embellishments already that came in the pre-order. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure to check it out in the link. And I'm going to show you this one first, the For Everything Fancy Sequins. Now this is not included in the product share, just because loose sequins are kind of hard to divvy up and deal with. And so I am not including this in the product share, but I wanted to show you, I really love the way that these are packaged. We had another For Everything sequins, and they were like in a plastic box with a weird like lid. And so these have a cardboard box, and there are 3 different color groups, and each one comes in one of these Stampin' Store containers. So I'm really excited that they're contained well, and they're going to be really easy to use. So we've got the different sequined shapes and sizes and colors, and we have that in the 3 colors. So the green, the blue, and the pink. I just think these are so fun. So these are not included in the product share, but if you're wanting to get those on your own, this is how they're packaged, which I think is just really awesome. It's $15 for all 3 containers, and they come as a set like that in this box. Okay, next up, everything else I'm showing you for embellishments are in the product share. So you'll get a little bit of all of them when you sign up for the product share, a little sample of everything. So this one is the Fun Flower Resin Shapes, and we've got some fun colors here. Is this in colors? No, it looks like Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Fresh Freesia, Starry Sky, and Parakeet Party. So some of the colors. I think this actually coordinates really well with this Butterfly Kisses designer paper. I recognize all those colors from that designer paper. So a lot of these do coordinate with sweets, and some of them are more standalone. So here's one that's more standalone, doesn't necessarily coordinate with anything in particular, but also coordinates with everything. The Iridescent Pearl Basic Jewels. Oh, I just love these little shiny iridescent dots. So this is a little bit smaller of a package than the regular basic pearls, but these have the fancy coating on there, so that's really exciting. All right, next up, we're turning the page here. We have some Sprig Trinkets, and these are really heavy. They are detailed metal, silver, they say silver pieces, and they're so gorgeous. I can't imagine putting this on a card, especially one that's going to go in the mail, but I think this would be really beautiful to adorn a package. And it reminds me, my grandmother always used to have little trinkets that she would tie onto packages, especially at Christmas time. So these make me think of her, and I know that she would just come up with so many amazing ways to use those Sprig Trinkets. So those are going to be included in the product share as well. Right underneath them, we have the Flower Trinkets. These are really heavy. These are adhesive backed trinkets. They're calling them trinkets, but they're more like embellishments, I guess. They're also pretty thick here, so I'm not sure how well you can see that thickness on camera, but they are probably, I would say, like 1/4 inch thick and quite heavy because they are metal. So they do have the glue dot on them, So we'll see how well those hold up. Definitely not a machinable card kind of embellishment. Now it says, I have to look at these because in the catalog it looks like they're different colors. Flower trinkets. It says oh, here we go. Brass, champagne, and silver. So you can kind of see, definitely you can see the silver. And then I don't know how well you can see the difference in the colors between those two. So this is a little more brassy, and then this is the oh no, so one is champagne and one is, I don't know which one's which. Maybe this is brass and this is champagne in the middle. It is really, really close, and one just looks a little bit more warmer, like a warmer tone metal. Okay, moving right along, we have a lot of carryover embellishments like the red rhinestones, the regular rhinestones, iridescent, brass butterflies. I showed you the in color opal rounds, I think during the last video. Actually, I don't know if I did. I think for some reason I didn't have them ordered. So let me show you those really quick. These are the carryover in color. So these are the 2021 to 2023 in colors, which are pale papaya, fresh freesia, polished pink, soft succulent, and evening evergreen. These are included in the product share. And then skipping over to here, we have some solid faceted gems. And the colors here are Balmy Blue, Night of Navy, Petal Pink, Melon Mambo, Pool Party, and Mossy Meadow. I recognize those colors from the lovely linen designer paper, right? I think that's the one that goes with. One of the designer papers. I definitely recognize this color combination from a designer paper. So you'll get a little bit of these in your product share as well. Oh my gosh, so many. I feel like we have so many embellishments. More carryovers. On this page, we have the heart pearls. That's right here. So we have some almost like faux sea glass, some iridescent, and then just some glossy white. So it says in the catalog, milky white, glossy white, and pearl white heart shapes. And I think the heart is not very defined. They almost could be like pebbles or something. So those are the heart pearls also included. And then, oh, those are not, those aren't in the catalog yet. That's something else. Well, you want a sneak peek anyway? I think I can show you because I did get it. This is called Fine Sparkle Adhesive Gems. And this was the free gift that I got for signing up for Creativity Now. If you're a demonstrator, it's a virtual event. Creativity Now is going to be in June. And so this embellishment, the Fine Sparkle Adhesive Back Gems, is coming out in the July through December mini catalog. So this was just a free gift. I pre-ordered the suite that we were able to get early for Creativity Now. So that's what this is. It's not in the product share, but it is coming soon to a catalog near you. It's hard to believe it's almost time for another new catalog. Okay, we're moving on to our ribbon. We have some really fabulous ribbons, a lot of which are carried over from the previous catalog, but we do have some new ones, and all of the new ones are included in your product share. So we have, I'm just gonna bring out the new ones here. I love how the new ones all just look together. Oh, get back here. We have such a great color story here with the green and the pink and the like linen and white. So let me go through and identify them as they appear in the catalog. The first one is the rose gold and white 5/8 inch striped ribbon. So this is really, it's actually kind of nice and soft. I love the rose gold in there. It's going to go really great with the rose gold foil paper. Really soft and easy to create a bow or to tie on your card. The next set is the Old Olive and Sahara Sand Twill ribbon combo pack. So these two come together and they're a very similar style ribbon. They're just different sizes. So we have the Sahara Sand one is the 3/8 inch and Old Olive is the 1/4 inch. I love how soft this ribbon is, how easy it is to you know, to tie and to use. So this is going to be a really great ribbon combination. I think this one goes with the Abigail Rose. Oh no, it actually coordinates also with the Happy Forest Friends suite. Okay, next one is the Petal Pink Soft Polyester ribbon. This one reminds me of the Early Espresso Faux Suede ribbon. They're not calling it the same thing. They're calling it polyester ribbon, but the texture to me is the same. So if you're familiar with that early espresso faux suede ribbon, this is very similar to that. It's very, very soft. Really, really gorgeous. I think it's going to be really easy to tie. I don't like stiff ribbon, so I love that all these ribbons are nice and soft and easy to tie and use. Okay, really great carryovers. Moving on, we have the natural finish ribbon. This is a large one. This is 7/8 inch, so almost a full inch, but I expected that it would be really stiff, and it's actually really soft. And some of the, I'm going to show you really quick. This is part of the Abigail Rose Suite, and they have shown some samples using this ribbon and stamping on it and coloring it. So I think this ribbon is going to have a lot of really great, creative opportunities. Let's take a look here, 56 and 57. So here you can see the stamping on it, and then the card over here has the stamped ribbon in a finished card. Moving down the page just a little bit, this one you can see they use stamping blends to color one edge of the ribbon, and I just love the way that pops on that. This looks like a box, the Craft No Card box. So really great ribbon. This one is the Natural Finish 7/8 inch ribbon. I think it's going to be fun to stamp on and to color and to use. Next up, and this is the last new one on the page besides the in color ones. The in color ones I showed you last time, those will be included in the in color product share. The twine is just like sequins. It's a little harder to deal with, so the twine is not included in any of the product shares this time. So the last ribbon in the product share is this silver metallic edge cotton ribbon, and we've had some metallic edge ribbons before. They were more shiny and had a little bit more structure, and this one is they're calling it cotton. I feel like very linen, like very kind of curvy, you know, like it's more casual. Is that like, is that a good way to describe ribbon? I don't know. So this, it's really soft. Again, I just love that cotton ribbon. And so the silver edge is not very stiff. It's sort of a nice silver thread. Just thinking about if we could take that apart a little bit, and I think you could, if you wanted to unravel that, you could probably, you know, use some of that silver. We did this with another ribbon, and I'm just pulling that string, and so then you have like the different shreds. So if you wanted to use some of that like silver, obviously a larger piece would be easier to use. I think we did this recently in a card with the Just Jade ribbon. So you have the same kind of opportunity with the gold thread in there. Really beautiful ribbon. Okay, so that's it for the ribbon, and I want to bring out the product share information one more time to show you. If you're interested in getting a sample of all of the new designer paper, ribbon, embellishments, then sign up for a product share. I'm still taking signups, and I will be sending those out. My goal is next Friday or Saturday to get them all done. So I've got to get everything and cut all the paper and wind all the ribbon and, you know, divide everything up. So it's not too late. Sign up please by next Saturday at the latest at tinyurl.com 2022 product shares. So you can get, like I said, just a fun way to sample everything from the catalog. Well, I'm not done with this video. I have some more things to show you. I'm not focused on bundles and stamps this time, but I did want to show you some new accessories in the back and kind of talk to you about some of those. So the first one, which I forgot to order, is the masking paper. It's number 9 here on page 149, right here at the bottom. This is sort of like a giant post-it note. So this paper comes in 5x7. You'll get 12 sheets. I don't have it to show you, but it is going to be on my next order. So stay tuned, and I'll be showing you how to use that masking paper to do some fun techniques. We have some really great punch bundles. I'll show you those in another video, but one of the new punches that is a standalone punch is the decorative label punch. I'm sorry, decorative circle punch. Really similar to the Label Me Lovely punch, which I love to use all the time. This is more of a wavy circle. all the way around. So I'm really excited about this one, and I wanted to show you since it is a standalone, it's not bundled with a stamp set. I think that's the only new punch that isn't bundled with something else. The other ones are carryover punches and have some coordinating stamp sets. Next up, I wanted to point out this because it's not marked as new in the catalog. On page 157, the magnetic cutting plate. Okay, so let's bring in this is what I wanted to talk about. So last year in the catalog, we had a magnetic cutting plate that was in the catalog, and then after like a month, Stampin' Up found that this magnetic cutting plate was really warping. Some of you may have purchased this and had some trouble with it warping, and they took it out of the catalog, and I believe that they refunded everybody their money. And so they went back to the drawing board and they thought, how can we get this to stop warping? And so I'm really excited to share that in this new catalog, we have a new magnetic cutting plate, and this is how they solved the problem. They took the same magnetic cutting plate and they added a piece of metal to go underneath. So the difference is just this piece of metal. So it is very, very heavy. I was going to weigh it and I forgot to. I mean, I'm talking many pounds. I don't know if it says anywhere what the weight is. I'll try to measure that when I get off camera, and I'll put it in the video description. But it is quite heavy. Okay, so we have a new magnetic cutting plate. The whole thing is magnetic, so you're going to be able to stamp and line up your dies, and it shouldn't be shifting. It should hold the die in place. And so hopefully this one with the giant piece of metal behind it will not have the same or any kind of warping problems that this one did. This is a self-healing mat, so you may at some point have to replace it just because you are going to have a lot of cuts on it like this, but you should be able to get a lot of cuts out of it, a lot of use out of it before you have to replace it. Now, I have to point out that when you get this, it comes with a little sheet that has the proper sandwich. However, it's wrong. Like I pointed out, the previous plate 5, the magnetic cutting plate, just had the self-healing and then the magnet. Well, this one has the self-healing mat, the magnet, and then this metal piece. And so the new version of the magnetic plate is thicker than the previous version. Well, I think they just used the same packaging that they had from the previous version. And so with the old style magnetic cutting plate, you needed to have the platform number 2, which is the thin die adapter. However, if you try to do that with this new magnetic plate, you will not be able to get it through the machine, and you could risk breaking the machine if you are too forceful with it. So the diagram says your sandwich should be 1, 2, 5, 3, but you want to just take out that number 2. Okay, you're not going to use that at all in your sandwich, and your sandwich should be the platform by itself with no thin die adapter, then your magnetic cutting plate, and then you're going to have your cardstock and your die, and then one of the regular cutting plates, number 3 on top. Okay, so if you get the magnetic cutting plate, make a note on your instruction sheet if you're hanging on to that. This is the proper sandwich, 1, 5, 3 for the magnetic cutting plate. And again, in the catalog, it's not marked as new because it was in the catalog last year, but then they pulled it. So you may overlook it, but if you're looking for something like this for your die cutting machine, you can find it right there. Now, there is supposed to be one mini magnetic cutting plate, but it's not available yet. They're still working on getting enough inventory to launch that. So hang on for that one. It's not available quite yet, but the magnetic cutting plate for the big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is available to purchase right now. Okay, so speaking of the die cutting machine, we've got some fun bundles. I almost missed this in this new catalog. So you have some different options if you want to get started with die cutting, where you can get the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and some dies, or you can step up to the big one. Actually, this one has the mini plus a bundle. This is the big machine plus a bundle. So just so many different options. If you want to get started, these are just some little bundled things for you. And then we have our stamp set and die bundles, and I'll be sharing some of the new ones in another video, so stay tuned for that. But I wanted to show you and talk about some of the dies that are standalone, meaning they do not come in a bundle with a coordinating stamp set. They're just kind of by themselves. And I got some of them. I didn't get all the new ones. I'll point them out and then I'll show you the ones that I got. So one of the new ones is called Artisan Editions. So there's 3 dies there. You can see some of the detailed, really beautiful. A lot of these new dies do have a lot of detail, like the delicate edges and the brushed shapes. Here's one that I'm going to put on my next order, designer tags. I love the detail of that rose. I didn't get this yet, but this is the dots and spots. And then the 2 on this page that I got are the Deco Rectangles. And so these are a nesting die, and they have sort of, I should have die cut one of these. They just have kind of a deckled edge around the edge. So there's different sizes that you can get. They're just nested. So sort of like the stitched rectangles, except instead of stitching, they have a deckled edge, which I think are going to be really fun for doing like the shabby chic or even like masculine cards to add some texture. The other one on this page that I did get is the Cracker Treat Box die. And I'm excited about this one, not only because it's kind of a fun shape, but look at all of these label dies. If you were a fan of the word window punch or the classic label punch, this is like all of those shapes in one package. So I'm really excited because there's some fun cards that incorporate these slots using that punch. And now we have dies that we can substitute and do those same fun folds with. So be watching. I will have some fun fold cards using these label dies, and that's where they come from, is this Cracker Treat Box die. So this is what it looks like when you're die cutting it. I will tell you that the die is 5 3/4 inch by 6 inches. Let's measure really quick. It fits on a half a sheet of cardstock. So we've got 5 inches by 5 by 6. And so you can get one from a half a sheet of cardstock, and then you have your choice. You can glue it together like this and have, you know, a larger, what is that, 5-sided treat box, or you can bring it in another layer and you can make it more of like a square. And so then you just would glue those panels together like that, and then you can bring these in and tie them up with ribbon. Let me show you really quick on page 45. There's a finished sample of this Cracker Treat Box. Right there. So great for Christmas, of course, but also I think any time of year to have a little treat box that is so easy to make with the die. So you can die cut from designer paper or die cut from cardstock. Lots of great options. Over here on page 171, we have some more standalone dies, the Enchanting Details. I didn't order that one yet, but I just love the look of those. Really fun. Let's take a look really quick, 62, to see a finished sample. Over here in the corner, we have the detail die, and then I think the plant die is from this one. Fun. Okay, one of them that I did order and I'm kind of excited about is the Fancy Frame die. So there's 2 dies here that are going to be a little bit smaller than a card front, so you can die cut those and put them on. They're standalone, so you're not going to find them matched up with a stamp set. Let's take a look really quick at page 31. Oh yeah, it was that bird. You can't see a lot of it on this card. Here's one with the ladybug that has the frame on it too. So I think that's going to be a really fun set of dies, the Fancy Frames. This is one that was available on pre-order and I didn't get it yet, the Fabulous Frames. But I've seen some really awesome samples, and so I might just have to get that one myself. More dies. Let's see. We've got On this page, oh, this is really fun. I haven't gotten these yet, but they're on my wish list. It's called Pretty Pop-Ups, and they die cut, but it doesn't cut all the way through. So let me show you on page 17 what that looks like so you can see. They're sort of like half die cut, so you can kind of pop out the pieces a little bit. So here's a closer look, and you can see a little bit better of what that die does. Here's the bigger die, and so you can just pop up some of the little pieces, and they just kind of like half cut them out, so you kind of have this die cut design, but it doesn't have all the negative, all the holes. Most of these are carryover dies. The last one here that isn't is called Mini Pocket Envelope. This is a really fun one, and I die cut it from a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. So you're going to be able to get 4 of these little mini pockets from one piece of cardstock, and it has little flaps that you would just glue down into place to create a little pocket. And I believe that this will fit a gift card. I meant to grab one to show you. I'm pretty sure that it does. It looks like it's about the right size. So the finished envelope size is 2 3/8 inch by 4 inch, and then you could fold that down like that if you wanted to. So really cute little mini pocket envelope for a little card, little gift enclosure, or like I said, little gift card holder as well. And then it has some other dies in it. So it has some label dies. This one is to make a bow. Let me see if there's a finished bow to show you on page 27. We used to have a bow builder punch that was very similar to that. So that's why I recognize the shape and what it's doing there. Page 27, this just shows the little pocket. It doesn't actually show the bow. Here are those awesome designer tags. So fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that is the little mini pocket die. The last thing I wanted to show you, oh gosh, there's more. Never mind. Sorry. Hold on. There's a lot of new dies. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't have these, but we have new rugged icon dies, which are really awesome for masculine cards. This looks fun. The sequin dies will die cut different sequins. So you have that sort of like 3-dimensional look there. This is one I have on my list, the split card texture dies. Those look really fun. And then another new one is the Twigs and Sprigs embossing folder and die set. So you have the embossing folder, and then the dies will die cut the embossed images. So that's kind of fun. Let me show you that really quick on page 33. And then I'm going to show you some embossing folders, and then we'll be done. So here you have one big die for the embossing folder. So you could emboss it and then die cut it. And it might fit all together, or it might be two separate. I'll have to get it and play around. So there's the finished sample with the embossed and die cut leaves. So much fun. Okay, so speaking of embossing folders, there are lots of new embossing folders. The Quattro foil one, which I showed you earlier, Cascading Ruffles, Elegant Eucalyptus, Fern, which we showed in a recent Sunday stamping video, Into the Clouds, Let's Celebrate is a combination of 2 embossing folders, and then other new ones, the Painted Posy, and that one we just talked about, the Twigs and Sprigs. So I picked out a couple of them to get started with. This is the Painted Posy one, and I just thought that was so beautiful. The detailed, this is a 3D, so the 3D detail on here is just gorgeous. I didn't get a chance, sorry, I forgot to emboss that ahead of time. This one is the Eucalyptus, Elegant Eucalyptus 3D embossing folder, and this one is sized for the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which is really exciting. So there are 2 different folders here. One is the eucalyptus leaves, and then this is more of like a spray of the eucalyptus and different leaves. Really fun. I cannot wait to play with these embossing folders. I love how the embossing folders just add some beautiful texture to your cards and make it easy to elevate your cards into something super elegant. Well, that is it for my part 2 annual catalog unboxing. I hope you enjoyed the peek at all these new designer papers and new products. Again, if you're interested in getting a product share and sampling all of the ribbon, designer paper, and embellishments, you can sign up at tinyurl url.com/2022 product shares. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, Julie's Stamping Spot, here on YouTube so that you don't miss out on future videos. I will have more unboxing videos with new bundles, stamp sets, dies, and punches, and of course some project videos to share with you some projects using all the new goodies from the annual catalog. Thanks so much for watching today. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed all the new stuff that I shared, and leave a comment. Let me know what you're excited about so I know what to show you in future videos. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.